Hey, what's going on out there, Instagram? It's Forever Against the Stream. I know I've been away for a little while, but I'm back, and I have partnered up with a brand called LaserMax. They've shipped me a few optics and everything, and so I'm going to be putting those on display for all of you guys out there. All right, so the first drill I'm gonna do is gonna be a cold start drill. It's gonna be at 5 yards. I'm gonna do one round in, the time standard is 1.50 seconds from the draw. Then you have a 5-round mag and you have 2.50 seconds to do that in. And today I'm gonna be using the LaserMax enclosed red dot emitter sight. So this thing with a nice robust window on here with a red dot on here, and it is a enclosed emitter, so you won't have any double dots or any type of rain that will occlude your dot or get million dots the way that normally happens with any other typical red dot device. All right, so let's see how it goes. All right, so for me, cold start drills are very, very important because it measures where you are at that given time, right? Without taking any type of reps, without warming up, without doing anything. And so that is indicative of real life performance. So every day, if you conceal carry and you strap up every day, and whether you carry appendix or 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock or wherever it is that you go, and you have to draw and use your firearm, it truly is a cold start. You do not have a warm up, you don't have a do-over. What you do, what you can perform at your coldest without taking any reps is truly where you are. So I implement that in all of my training. When I train other people, when I train groups of people, when I put on range days, I make one of the drills a cold start drill so I can see everybody's performance on demand. All right. Stand by. It was a 0.88. It's an alpha strike there on the line. All right, 5 rounds, 2.50 seconds. Stand by. It was a 171 with alpha hits. So far about the sight that I'm really enjoying is there's a nice robust window on there that you can see. As soon as you present the firearm, the dot is right there. It's totally visible. And as soon as, if you have applied the correct pressure on there, it definitely keeps the dot in the window as you're racking off those quick rounds. Very, very easy to pick up. There's so much space in there, very comparable to other red dot optics that are out there at a fraction of the price. This particular optic I have been testing since around November. So I roughly shoot about 2,000 rounds a month. So almost about 14,000 rounds, if not a little bit more, that I've put through this optics. I got it in a pre-testing phase. It was released at SHOT Show. It came out and it was available to the public at SHOT Show, and I received it a couple of months so I could do some R&D on there. R&D testing on there. So lots of fast reps and drawing from there and testing it in various weather environments. So here in Oregon, it rains a lot. I got it during the winter time, so it was very, very cold. As you can see, it's an outdoor range here. Today it's very, very warm. So we've had a lot of warm days, a lot of wet days, a lot of cold days, a lot of dry days. And so the optic has been under all of that stress as I've been shooting it here. Yes, it has been holding up very well. So far, so good. Now up close, the dot is nice, right? It works really good and you can see it. It presents really good. But for me, what I found with shooting this dot is it really shines at like the 10-yard mark all the way to 25 or even farther out there. It's laser accurate once it's zeroed and there's no problem seeing it, as you'll see as I rack off these rounds here at 10. All right, so this is the 10-yard portion of the cold start drill. So you're gonna have a 5-round mag and you have 5 seconds to do 5 rounds, holding yourself to alpha zone hits. You can take Charlie hits, but you can only take 5 throughout the whole exercise. And if you go over 5, you fail. If you take a delta shot, you fail. If you miss the target, you fail. So 5 rounds, 5 seconds. Stand by. 289, and those are all dead center. So the focus of this drill is for you to be able to acquire the sight and then mitigate the recoil of a 5-round shot at 10 yards. So as you know, the farther you go back, the harder it is to keep those rounds in a smaller target here. So that's what you're working on here, is your recoil mitigation. Right, so then the next one is going to be a 3 reload 3, and you have 7 seconds to negotiate that. Stand by. And that was a 4.87. And those are all in there. The dot is a 3 MOA dot. So that makes the dot like nice, and it presents there nice and easy, nice and visible to the eye. You can also toggle up and down for different distances, also as well as with light patterns too, as it gets brighter, as it gets darker. It also has a shake awake feature as well. So as long as it's on and you're not using it, it will turn off. And as soon as you grab it and present, the dot will turn on. It is extremely durable, and it boasts a 50,000 hour battery life. I am still yet to change the battery on it. I've had it for quite some time, since of last year. Long distance shooting with a pistol. That is very, very different than shooting at close range, obviously, but it was something that I had to get proficient at as well, because I was so used to shooting at, you know, the 5-round, the 5-yard, the 7-yard mark, you know, occasionally breaking into 10. And so then when I started venturing into the 25-yard area and farther, I started to realize that like your grip and how diligent you are with your fundamentals really, really matters. And people don't even really realize that until they actually come out and they start shooting at 25 yards. Then you can really see like how well you apply your fundamentals. Because if you apply them very, very well, you'll have no problem achieving your hits on target at 25 yards. But if you are sloppy and you kind of skip over a little bit, you know, the target is definitely going to show for sure. I definitely had to work on it for sure. Stand by. Was 5.76. Okay. So the grip, my grip is very, very important out here, and it has to be consistent, because if you can't mitigate the shots on there, then you are going to throw your shots. Now from back there, I threw 2 shots and I felt them as I threw them. I went to the left and I saw the dot move on there. So as the gun recoils up and the dot moves up into the window and it comes back down, you have to do your job as a shooter to keep the dot going straight up and down and not moving laterally or horizontally. You know, it has to move straight up and down. So as you can see here, I took 2 Charlies, so 1 here and 1 there. That was my 2nd shot and my 4th shot. So the other 3 were in there. So I'm gonna tape these and we're gonna go back and I'm gonna fire my 1 shot. So now this is a 1-shot portion of the target of this exercise. And so you have 1 round and you have 2.50 seconds from the draw to negotiate an alpha zone hit.
Why 2.5 seconds?
It's just to keep you under time. To normally, that's a good overall time to draw from a holster, whether it's over the waistband or from concealment, and then to acquire the target and make a good solid trigger press. Most people, a lot of people can probably do it in that time, but 25 yards seems to scare a lot of people, you know. And then if you are shooting a dot, if you're new to shooting dots, you'll notice that as you grip the pistol, the dot has a tendency to accentuate all of your flaws and all of your movements that you have with your hands. So if you're death gripping the pistol, the dot's going to be moving all over the place, you know, and it's going to take you longer to settle the dot down, right? So that's why you put yourself under a time constraint there. So you train yourself to negotiate it better, negotiate the draw better, go a little bit faster so you can pick up the sight. So I'm a big proponent of that, about getting to your pistol quick and presenting quickly so that you can have just a little bit of extra time so that you can acquire that front sight and put it where it's supposed to go, or acquire your dot and put it where it's supposed to go. So, all right, let's do this 1 shot. Stand by. That was a 162. There it is, just outside of the box. So. And if you are interested in purchasing this sight, you can find it on the LaserMax website. I also have a code in my bio on my Instagram under Forever Against the Stream. Also put the link down here somewhere, but it is in my bio on the link. There's a code so you can save yourself some money to get this.